Hi, everybody, welcome. My name's Jordy. I just wanted to jump on here today to talk about how stress can flare up back pain as well as old wounds. And this was a recent case of mine that came to me for these things. They notice themselves that whenever they get stressed, they get leg pain on the left side, on the outer side of the bottom left leg, and also the back of the leg. And they've also been experiencing lower back pain for a month. And that there's been a lot of stressful things going on with this individual in around the time that they pulled their back. And um, these two key words here: stress, which is flaring up back pain. So stress is a sign in Chinese medicine that liver qi is stagnating. What does that mean? Well, the liver is all responsible for spreading blood and spreading the vital life force energy qi, which moves blood throughout your body. So the active component of the blood is, and one of the active components of blood is the qi. And this qi gets stagnant, it gets stuck, and it's what is responsible for helping the blood move and go between your cells and in your cells and all these things. So when stress in our life from situations, from emotions pops up, your chi is not moving as effectively in your body. And what it does is it manifests as wiry or almost like very noticeable pulses. So your circulatory system gets affected by it. Um, you can even have the low back pain pop up because even though they had a small injury, they overdid it one day. The injury stayed consistent and aching for 1 month afterwards. So obviously, there's been some uh, contributing factor that's kept the back pain from healing. And I really wanted to talk about this case today because the stress is not only bringing up the old flare up of the wounding down on the lower leg, but it's also exacerbating an injury that happened a month ago and should have been healed by now. And I'm going to go through and talk about some of the points, acupuncture points I selected, and I'll describe where they are in the body and what they do to help with this um, flare up of pain caused by stress in the back and in the leg. It's all connected to the organs, and the primary, or before I talk about the acupuncture points, the primary organs that I've highlighted here that we're working with are the liver because of the stress, because of the aching sensation in the back. Those are liver words, that we look for in Chinese medicine. I also found out that this person dreams a lot and has floaters in their eyes, which are also indications of liver dysfunction or liver meridian disharmony. So we worked with the liver. We also worked with the kidney because the kidney actually rules the lower back area, and the kidney was coming up as well because of a history of ear infections, which we found out from asking about all this person's overall health and past health history. They're prone to ear infections, and they're prone to like pain on from the ear down as well. So the ears are also connected to the kidney in Chinese medicine, and with the lower back and the ears both being affected, both being regions that the kidneys are responsible for, it indicates that the kidneys were in a disharmony or deficient, not as full of energy as they need to be. So we're working with liver and kidney, And what's interesting is the pain on the side of the leg was running through pathways, energy pathways that the acupuncture points are on, called meridians. It was running through those meridians on the side of the leg and on the back of the leg that are connected to the liver and the kidney through their paired digestive organs. So even the region of pain down on the leg was also related to kidney, which is really interesting, and liver. So, what made this treatment really effective was finding those organs that are really at the cause of all of these multiple symptoms and issues. Even just from the first thing that the client said to me was that they find their stress flares up, their back pain, and their pain on their leg. Um, so some of the points that I chose were kidney 3, which is on the inside of the ankle, inside area between the ankle bone and the Achilles heel on your foot. So that's the primary point. That's like one of the number one points on the entire kidney meridian, which is a pathway of energy flow that runs along the inside of the body, inner plane, down the inside of the leg, all the way to the ankle, to the to the bottom of the foot. So it not only does the kidney meridian affect the that area, the inside of the leg, it also, the kidney meridian is connected to the kidney itself. It's connected to the lower back. It's connected to the ears. It's connected to all the things that kidneys are connected to. Um, so when you chose the primary point on the kidney meridian, this gives it the chi of that organ a boost. It gives the meridian an opportunity to flow again, which was really powerful, and especially where we also chose to use liver 3 and PC6. Liver 3 is a point on top of the foot, and pericardium 6 is on the inside of the wrist, right here. So these 2 points are really good for spreading chi that's been stuck and stagnated in part due to the liver being in disharmony. And PC6 is also an emotional point. It's also a stress point. So it pairs well with liver 3 to spread the chi, and it also is really good for helping you harmonize your emotions and your heart. So by spreading the chi, which was affecting multiple pulses, multiple organs were stagnated because of this stress. So the stress was affecting most of the body, and making some areas of the body really cry out for help, like the lower back and the side of the leg. So what we've done is, like, when we spread the chi, it's giving all these organs a rest, an opportunity to function without all this like jam-packed energy around it that's not moving and that's tiring out these organs. And which is really cool, because once those organs get a break from the liver chi being spread, they have an opportunity to then be further boosted by, like, for example, using the kidney 3 point to boost the kidney, which helps the lower back. And then also stomach 36, which is on the front outer part of the calf towards the knee. That also boosts boosts a lot of energy, chi, and blood in the body. It's an overall good point to use in an acupuncture treatment. So those 4 points right there are what I believe really kicked that back pain out of the body. We also chose I chose 2 other points that are down by the calf, on the bladder meridian and on the gallbladder meridian, which are the paired organs, the liver and kidney. So not only were they linked to those organs and are going to be benefited by the other points that we did, we were able to like move chi that was stuck down in that lower back and side of the calf, from the knee down. And those points were also low connecting points, which those are the ones that actually connect to the other organ. They're really functional. They're really good to use. They're usually part way up a meridian, so they're not at the very beginning. They're not at the very end. You know, so these points are good for leg issues, um, lower leg issues. Um, and what's really cool about this case is that this was the first treatment that this client had for these issues. And they messaged me the next day or 2 days later saying that their back pain was gone and their leg pain was gone. And I'm going to get the full details from them if I see them again soon. But that's really cool, you know? That's not using too many points. That's not even using points on the back. We're using points that are in different areas of the body to treat the back without having to lay face down. So this person was able to be comfortable face up. Um, we were able to treat not only their stress levels, but also the physical symptoms that popped up because of their stress. Especially with that PC6 point that we did on the wrist, that's really helping with the liver 3 point on top of the foot for just getting rid of, like, helping move that stress out of the body. Stress is that chi stagnation. When we have chi stagnation, we feel stress. When we get stressed, we have chi stagnation. They are linked, you know? So, really cool. And this all really started by listening to one of the first things that they said when I started asking questions about why they were here today at my appointment, to why'd they come in to book in with acupuncture. And their key word started with stress flares up their back pain and old wounds, you know. So you have to really be, a good listener in this job, which is fun, you know. I'm not going to nail it every time. Like, first time they get a treatment, their pain goes away. Sometimes it takes a couple treatments because you have to really work through, learning more and more about that person's health. Sometimes you don't ask all the right questions the first time, but you'll get good results, or at least start the healing journey for the person, and then improve upon that treatment plan the next time if you don't get instant results, you know. But you really want to aim for getting somebody good results from the start by doing a really full good intake with somebody, with your client, I should say, because having that first half hour conversation about the health, sometimes it's even 45 minutes when it's your first time getting acupuncture from that person, from that practitioner. When you're just building up your first case file, it can be really confusing and overwhelming, but it's also a really good opportunity to get a first glance into a situation and have a fresh perspective on your health. So, and then after that, if you feel like you get instant results, but they don't last longer than a week or a few days or a couple weeks, that means you need to come back and get the same treatment again. Maybe a few little tweaks and changes because some things have changed in your health for the better or for the worse, you know? So it's interesting. Um, it's it's pretty difficult to give someone a treatment plan that's going to hurt them, because acupuncture is about allowing your body to heal itself. But there are ways so you can pick the wrong acupuncture points for the wrong situations, you know? So that's why I wanted to make videos like this, just kind of talk about this stuff. I figure with this channel, it used to be a student blog that I had, but I wanted to make shorter videos to kind of explain to people who are in my circles how acupuncture is working for me. I kind of want to document and kind of learn from my experiences, and I want to actually share these experiences with people who are wanting to watch, because it may actually connect you to some epiphany on your own healing journey. You can always share this with someone who you know is going to benefit from this video. If you wanted to book in an appointment with me, I have lots of availability throughout the weekend and the early part of the week, Monday, Tuesday, so Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, with varying hours. You can book there's a link in the description box of this video. Um, and if you wanted to check out my other work that I do here on YouTube, and other services that you may notice on my booking page for acupuncture, you can ask about those as well. I am a tarot card reader, a professional tarot card reader. I've got a lot of content that I work on my other YouTube channel, Jordy Tarot, and you know, I like to make YouTube videos about the stuff that I know because it's just fun. It's a fun experience. So I hope you guys will join me on this journey and maybe learn a little thing here or there. If you have any questions about what I've talked about, please leave a comment. If you even have any insight on what I've talked about, because you also practice acupuncture, um, or you relate to this health situation, I'd love to hear about that too. Okay, take care, and I'll see you again soon.